It's the Alex Jones Show, because there's a war on for your mind.
Wake up! Wake up! Good! Wake up in America! Rise and shine! Wake up! Rise and shine! Save our constitutional rights! We're not gonna give up the fight! Start a revolution and break down illegal institutions! We don't want no war no more. Bring our boys home to our shores. We don't want big government or the Bilderberg group that pays for it. Federal ID means a police state, and Mr. Jefferson's rolling in his grave, and our names and the numbers like 666. According to the gospel on a plan of blue chips. Save our constitutional rights. We're not gonna give up the fight. Start a revolution and break down illegal institutions. Patriot Act took our liberties, and there's no judge, no jury. Tapping our phones, breaking down our doors, waging on the people a civil war. Work free jobs and bring home no pay. IRS takes it all away, and we struggle, slave, pay the rent. So Ron Paul, president, save our constitutional rights. We're not gonna give up the fight. Start a revolution and break down illegal institutions.
We haven't followed the Constitution, and that's what we ought to be doing. The system that we have today is ripping off the middle class and the poor. Can you imagine how great a nation we'd have if we didn't have the Federal Reserve System printing all this money?
All right, folks, you can go online and just Google Aimee Allen, see all our great music videos and other materials. It's very, very exciting. People say, oh, well, Ron Paul didn't win the presidency. But now you're seeing the huge delayed reaction of that movement spilling out into thousands of other areas of society. And the federal government through the states is having to put out things like the MIAC report saying if you have a Ron Paul sticker, basically, you're a terrorist. If you're a libertarian, you're a terrorist. No, they're scared of our bumper stickers. They're scared of our ideas. They're trying to claim we're a bunch of cop killers when there's no evidence of that, because we're the real American people who want liberty, who want freedom, understand that we have a new world order taking over our nation. And they're very afraid of popular culture further popularizing the message of liberty. And Aimee Allen's gone a long way towards doing that. And she's here in Austin, Texas for South by Southwest. We'll tell you about some of the shows that are coming up with her. But it's great to have you here in Austin, Texas with us.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I'm excited about the movement that you're talking about still continuing. In Los Angeles, there was actually Fullerton. There was a tea party, and 15,000 people came out to protest the tax increases. And a lot of those people, 15,000 people, shut down the streets last couple weeks ago. Had Campaign for Liberty, Ron Paul should have been president signs. I mean, the Campaign for Liberty had passing all kinds of material, and it's still, we haven't given up the fight. It's still going.
And folks from the campaign, like Oath Keepers, have spun off and are getting tens of thousands of police and military to go public and say, I'm not going to violate my oath. I'm not going to confiscate guns. I'm not going to put people in FEMA camps. I'm not going to go along with the Military Commissions Act to grab American citizens. There is a huge awakening. We have police sending us all these internal documents where they're trying to covertly demonize us, showing that the establishment is scared of the American people and knows that we have a chance of bringing the international crime syndicate to justice. Now, tell folks how you woke up to liberty, a little bit about yourself, and then Jason Burmas had you in a few nights ago on the Info Warrior show that he does from 9 to midnight out of this same studio, and I didn't know about this. That right after you were on my show, it looks like this has happened to me, but they've been punching me and telling me shut up. Don't talk about, but beating you with a crowbar and then not stealing anything.
It was very bizarre. It was very bizarre. I was with three people. I mean, there's 3 of us, and they pushed my friend out of the way to target me, and there was 2 guys beating my head and face, and that's it. Just my mouth, broke my jaw, and beat me with a crowbar.
Well, I can't see any of it. You still look extremely lovely, just the same as you did before.
But yeah, it was last summer. But they, thank you. They dumped out all of our purses. I was with 2 waitresses, so they had tons of cash. I had tons of cash. They dumped out our purses, telling them to take our money, and they kicked it. They kicked the money and laughed and walked away. And I thought that's
what did they look like? It's important how they were dressed and what they looked like.
They were, you know, I think they were, I don't know. They were, you know, Mexican gang members, probably most likely.
So it was either the government or somebody hired them, or it was a gang initiation.
Correct.
No.
But it was bizarre that I was the only one that they hit. They didn't touch the other 2.
In L.A., it's on record in congressional testimony, the big gangs work for the CIA.
Well, the police told me they're probably illegal aliens, so we're not even going to pursue it. You know, they're probably not on record anywhere. We're not
that's how it is. They're just invincible. They're fake IDs, just do whatever they want. So they were beating with a crowbar?
Yeah. I almost died. My brain, I have some memory loss, but
you need to start carrying a heater.
Right? I do.
No, I mean, it's our Second Amendment right, and so that's what we do. And I mean, it's important to do.
Yeah, I need to. I have a taser right now.
That's good.
Yeah, it's illegal in most states, and it's really powerful. So,
by the way, the people always try to, when I say that, they go, well, you're a hypocrite. You're against tasers. No, I'm against police using them when somebody just argues with them. Or don't tase me, bro. I'm not against guns or tasers themselves. I'm against their misuse.
Right.
And
my taser is more powerful than police tasers. So it's a very, very powerful taser.
I know they've recently come out with even more high-powered taser from Taser International.
It's amazing. Yeah, I've got a great one.
How many volts or watts is it?
I forget. But I know that it's illegal in most states, which means it's pretty powerful. I'm very excited about that. Although I think it's legal in Texas.
Yeah, well, you almost died, so, you know, we need to get past our fear of guns, but properly, you know, learn how to use them. I mean, that's so important to do so we can protect ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you know, we've gone from a culture that understood the Second Amendment to a culture that is afraid of it, and that's the biggest fight. They're trying to create the illusion that, you know, it's a bad thing. We have to take the moral high ground back.
Yeah.
So they were targeting you specifically.
Targeting me specifically, and who knows why? Maybe they just decided I was their target, or it just was. It was weird because it was a couple days after I spoke about the CIA on the show. And
that's right. The CIA went in because, you know, you've had you know, music on the charts. You've had stuff on MTV, correct? And they're really scared of that, you know, kind of anthem that could really damage them. And so tell folks the CIA story, the first CIA story.
Oh, the first CIA story is that CIA. It was right after 9/11, and they called my label and said to remove any reference to starting a revolution on my website. So that's the first CIA story. The second CIA story is I have befriended a CIA agent who has high security clearance, and he told me specifically that they're not allowed to visit Infowars.com, Prison Planet, because they could get fired. And so any information...
So they don't even trust them with their own minds.
They could get fired for even looking
because
at
it's the truth. Now, you met this guy on an airplane, you've you know, gotten to know him, and
so any information...
What's he say about 9/11 truth?
He said that he hasn't told his wife or his friends or anyone about what he knows about it and what he thinks about it out of fear for his job.
Well, we've had Bill Christensen, who was a CIA section chief over Berlin, one of the most important ones, saying total inside job. We've had the victims' family groups on, the largest groups, Mr. Doyle and others, saying the majority of the families believe it's an inside job. And we've had you know, former top CIA briefer to Ronald Reagan, George Bush Sr., Ray McGovern, saying all the evidence points towards inside job. And then Mr. Bear, that the film Syriana's about, where you see him getting tortured and all that, it's a true story, and him out committing assassinations. He says all the evidence points towards inside job. So I mean, again, it's so compartmentalized even within their own structure.